Yo guys, welcome back to King Oles, and yes, I am now here for boxing performance of the year for 2023. This one's going to be a really interesting one in my opinion because there's been some big fights this year, and I mean, look, big fights, and we've seen some big one-side performances in them, and quite a few of them are going to be on this list. So I have got my 5 favorite performances of this year, and I'm going to be ranking them obviously 1 to 5, starting with number 5. So my first one, which I've got for number 5, is Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. Joshua's, I think it was a great performance from Joshua, to be honest with you. And I do think it should be able to get into that top 5. I do feel like from what AJ, was looking like at the start of this year to what he ended up looking like at the end of the year, it's fantastic to see from Anthony Joshua, to be completely honest with you. And I do think it deserves a number 5. Joshua was completely dominant, making easy work out of it, going to the body, feinting a lot, really, really well. It was a great performance up at heavyweight, to be honest with you. Of course, because this year for heavyweight, it hasn't been the best. Overall, we haven't got like the most amazing fights up until December. So in December, we've seen some incredible heavyweight fights. And Joshua, of course, looking really, really, really good again. Looking really good again. And it's great stuff to see, mixing it up to the body well, going up top, going upstairs, putting some great work against Wallin. And, the body work was absolutely brutal stuff. And Joshua, you should have saw the state of Wallin's face after it. Joshua was really going after him, always putting the pressure on him. Joshua hardly took a backward step. He was good getting in and out, though. He was good getting in and out, but he was always putting the pressure on Otto Wallin and then getting out when he gets his work done, getting out of range, and then using his jab really, really well. He really did break Wallin down and didn't give Wallin a chance to really do anything, to be honest. Yes, Wallin could have done more, but I do think AJ really did make sure he wasn't able to do anything because AJ was badly breaking him down to the body, and AJ made Wallin hesitant because of the work he was doing. Okay, next up, we've got number 4. Inoue wins round 8 stoppage versus Stephen Fulton. I think it was round 8 or 9. But yeah, obviously, this was a fantastic performance by Inoue. Inoue fought today against Tapalas. I think that this one was a better performance against Fulton, 100%. It was fantastic. Inoue really good on the jab and, switching angles so well. And Fulton, literally, in my opinion, did not win a single round against Inoue in this fight. It was meant to be a good, solid, fairly 50-50 matchup. And Inoue just came in there and just battered the absolute shit out of Fulton. It was a fantastic performance to see, and really entertaining from Inoue, really mixing it up really well. He's got such great shot selection. Those uppercuts from Inoue playing a big factor. I think it was a fantastic performance by him, and it's got to be up there in my opinion from Inoue. It has to be. He hardly got hit as well in that fight. Inoue, he literally hardly ever got hit again. When he fought Fulton. So, he didn't put a foot wrong in that fight in a way. 100% that was a great blade performance by him, and that deserves the number 4 spot. Okay, next up at number 3, we have got Zhilei Zhang wins round 6 stoppage versus Joe Joyce in their first fight. I had to put this in number 3, and I do feel like it's because Zhang was a massive underdog coming into this fight, an absolutely huge underdog coming into this first fight. Literally, no one thought he would win, to be fair. No one thought he would win, but he came in there and, took out one of, Britain's big up-and-coming heavyweights, which was Joe Joyce. And Zhang's basically ruining his career now. He's ruining Joe Joyce's career. I mean, Zhang just always spamming that left hand in that fight. The jab was fantastic. Literally, Joyce couldn't really get too near Zhang, to be honest with you. Like, Zhang was getting hit with a few, and Zhang was taking them well, but Joe Joyce's shots were nowhere near as good as Zhang's, and Zhang was setting his shots up well. And, some good angle changes in this fight from Zhang as well. It was great to see from him. Like, I knew Zhang was good coming to this fight, but I didn't think he was that good, to be honest with you. Absolutely incredible performance from Zhang, going to the body well. I mean, Zhang, and then just his straight left hands are absolutely deadly. Straight left hands, deadly. It was a fantastic performance by Zhang. Joyce somehow stayed on his feet through taking those massive shots off Zhang. But Zhang showed that, he's a massive puncher. And he broke Joe Joyce's orbital bone in his eye. I mean, it was just a fantastic performance by Zhang, doing everything right, really. And it was so one-sided, so ridiculously one-sided. It was unreal to see. I don't really think he lost a round here either. Great performance by Zhilei Zhang. Okay, next up at number 2, I have got Tank Davis winning a round 7 stoppage or knockout. I don't remember if Garcia got up from the count. But yeah, he beat Ryan Garcia round 7. I mean, honestly, again, so one-sided. Like I thought Garcia would start off the quicker out of the two, but Tank got knocked down in round 2. Tank was just so accurate and timing himself really well. And just because, Garcia was leaving his chin up in the air quite a lot in this fight, Tank just got the game plan all right, going to the body well, and that body shot finished it off. I mean, I think it's got to be up there, in my opinion, at number 2. And, people were saying, Tank was probably expected to win. But, no one really did count out Garcia. But Tank made it look so one-sided, and it wasn't supposed to be like that. It wasn't supposed to be that one-sided with how Tank made it. It was an incredible performance by Tank, and he didn't get hit too much. He could not let Garcia get into a rhythm at all. And I do think in this fight, Tank showed that he's got the boxing IQ and that he's not just a one big hitter. No, Tank's got good boxing IQ. He has. It is very underrated, in my opinion, and this fight 100% proved it. Got everything right, timing himself well, mixing his shot selection up well. It was a great performance by Tank, and he really did prove a big point here, in my opinion. I mean, you'll see people complaining about, Garcia had to rehydrate and stuff, but no, I think it was a fantastic performance, and still no one was saying before the fight, oh yeah, that's going to be a massive factor. But yeah, anyway. Okay, number 1. This one's obvious. This is so obvious. Crawford wins round 9 stoppage versus Errol Spence Jr. This has got to be at number 1. It is 100% got to be at number 1. This was one fantastic performance by Terence Crawford. Absolutely destroyed Errol Spence. And this fight we've been waiting on for ages, meant to be really 50-50. Crawford went in there, absolutely destroyed Errol Spence Jr. Absolutely destroyed him. It was a fantastic performance. Again, Crawford dropping him in round 2 when Spence was meant to be the faster starter. And Spence literally did not win a round. He was getting absolutely battered around the ring. And Crawford, his IQ is fantastic. His shot selection really good. Going to the body well and just, brutally beat down Errol Spence for a long time. Fair play to Spence for taking some big shots, but Crawford was just beating the absolute shit out of him for 9 rounds. And yeah, honestly, it was a fantastic performance by him. And I don't really think anyone expected that fight to be that one-sided, to be honest with you. Who expected that to be that one-sided? I mean, I thought Spence was going to, come out, start being the better boxer, while Crawford will come out and just try and take his head off and come for the knockout, while Spence will look to box his way to a decision. I think that's probably what Spence was trying to do. But no, Spence is levels below Crawford. And I didn't know. I was thinking it's that Crawford's levels above everyone in that welterweight division. It was a fantastic performance by him. And, you're a fool if you don't give Terence Crawford your performance of the year, in my opinion. It's got to be. Anyway, look, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you on the next one. Thanks for watching.